I got everything out. I don't know if you guys could see that. Let me take this light down. So try to clean everything. Power steering pump. So basically you got to take out thermostat, water pump, plenum, power steering, all the belts, every tensioner. And since you're down there, you might as well replace everything. So right now I'm about to put in the oil filter gasket back in. As you can see, I got the new one in. This was the old one. Look at over 100,000 miles and it feels like plastic. It doesn't even feel like rubber. And I also replaced this sensor, the oil pressure switch, I guess you could call it. This is the old one. I already replaced it with the new one. And we're about to throw it back in right now. And the one tool you do need to do this, unless you want to cut a T30, but this is only $8, so instead of cutting it, I just ordered this T30 special tool to get behind here, because usually you can't get behind here. I think it's this specific one. So you're not able to reach it, but with this tool you can. So I'll link it down below. Make sure you guys get this tool if you're performing this repair. This is a new day, guys. I started stripping bolts, so I bought all new bolts except this one. This one is actually an old bolt because BMW told me I had to get a new one from Germany and I didn't want to wait that long to put my car back together. So this one should be fine. And it's the top one, so if I ever need to get to it, yeah. So these two small ones go here. These two, I guess, thicker size ones go here. And then this long skinny one goes here. And this long thicker one goes here, just in case you guys lose. And then all these three are the same size. So, and I also replaced the sensor, oil temp sensor, I think that is. And here is mine. I'm gonna put the gasket on. Once I put the gasket on, guys, gasket's right here. Like I said, I had it installed kind of, but I uninstalled it just so I could actually get a video on it. So here's my, it's all cleaned up. As you can see, I did not remove the power steering pump completely. I just removed these bolts, these 3 bolts right here. 1, 2, 3, just so I can move it out the way. But make sure you have a cardboard protecting your radiator. Or yeah, I got it all done. Put the gasket in. Just smeared it with some oil. Put that oil temp sensor in, and I'm gonna put it into the car now, guys. There's no videos on YouTube, so I figured I'd make myself one. Alright, so I got that in there, guys. I got it nice and loose. Just making sure all of them are like, all of them have threads, so I don't cross thread them or anything. They're all loose, but they're screwed on. And it's a T45. I know the flash is kind of in the way. So T45 and a T30. T30 for the smaller ones and T45 for the bigger ones. So like I said, I'm going to tighten this up, hand tie all of them. And I'm going to snug them, and then I'm going to hit them with this torque wrench. Alright guys, so I got it tightened up, so there's no more space. I just hand tight. I got them all hand tight. So I didn't tighten this one because I want to show you guys how I did it. Because there's no videos, there's just people telling you how to do it. So obviously you guys see I did it without removing the main pulley. And you need to make sure you order one of these. Steelman Pro. You could call it a stubby T30 or whatever you want to call it. But this is the one I ordered. It's like $8. And this is why you need it. Because you cannot get a T behind this unless you have a stubby T. So you see how I'm on it now. Now I can turn it. So obviously I'm just trying to show you guys this before I actually. Alright guys, I got it all tightened up. I mean, I hit it with the torque wrench. It's for sure at least, I hit it with at least 50 pounds of torque. I'm going to start putting everything together. I think next is the power steering pump. Goes in here. These 3 bolts. Boom, boom, boom. We're all set. So give me a second. All right, so I got the power steering pump. Like I said, it's 1, 2, and 3 right there. Take those off. I also got I guess all the O-rings for the coolant. So as you can see right here, I'm about to pull this one off. Get it? I'm replacing both of these. I have 4, but I don't know where the other ones go. Oh, maybe on the water pump. So as you can see, I replaced both of those O-rings. Here are the old ones. They look pretty beat. Replaced them. Now another thing I got are these the oil line O-rings. Where is it at? Right here. So you can see I'm replacing these. Turn on the flash. Alright guys, so earlier in the video I said I don't know why they gave me 4 O-rings. I didn't know these popped out. So these actually pop out of those holes. And I already replaced the front ones, obviously. I'm going to replace the back ones. So that's why you need 4 coolant O-rings. So my bad. Let me get to that. So I'm replacing these O-rings right here. The other one is down there, I think. I'm replacing both of those. So let me replace those with these O-rings and we'll move on. Alright, so I put this tensioner back on, guys. It's just 13 here. Put that back on. And I also put this bracket back on right here. Kind of dirty right here. Alright, I think next, guys, I'm going to put on this tensioner. I already put that one on. This next one goes down there. The bolt there. And I don't know where the other one goes. I think right there, actually. Alright guys, so I got that pulley on. Tighten all that up. Got this pulley on. Alright y'all, so here is the old one. As you can see how dirty it is. Here's the new one. So the main difference, the biggest difference of why you want to switch the water pump, obviously I think this one is factory. Biggest difference is the factory one comes plastic. You want to make sure your water pump is metal so these don't fail. And also the mechanisms inside could also fail, but just make sure. The biggest thing is this. So right now I'm gonna switch over the water pump pulley. So I got the water pump on and the pulley. So before you put the pulley on, you got to tighten these 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, you could tighten these. And then I'm gonna put this tensioner on. Not the tensioner, but pulley on. Goes here. Tighten it up. I'll be back. So now that I got this pulley on, got the water pump on, got both tensioners on, I'm gonna move on to the power steering pulley. But make sure you order a aluminum pulley for the power steering, because only the power steering pulley is plastic, and in order to take it off you basically got to break it, especially if you've never taken it off before, because most likely it's going to be seized. And you're gonna do what I did and chip it, because it is a plastic pulley. I don't know if it's plastic, but maybe the outside's plastic and the inside's metal. But either way, here's the part number. I'll be sure to have the part numbers below. But make sure you order a full aluminum power steering pulley, because you will break it. So before you even touch the car, make sure you order this along with the oil filter gasket and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna put this here. And we're gonna move on. So alright guys, so now that I got most of the pulleys installed, I don't want to install these until I have to go pick up some belts tomorrow morning. So I'm just doing what I can. Alright, so here's the old one. I'm not sure if it's the original one or not, but we got a brand new one right here. Since I took it off, I might as well replace it. And not only am I replacing the thermostat, I'm also replacing I think it's the coolant temp sensor. I'm not too sure, but I replaced that already. That's a new one. And I'm gonna throw this in there. Cleaned it up as best as I could. It went down pretty smooth. So obviously this is self-explanatory. This sits like that. Obviously goes into there. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I pretty much put it all together. I'm just, like I said, I'm waiting to go pick up those 2 belts because without those belts I can't move forward. So I'll pick it up tomorrow morning once I have those belts, and tomorrow morning we should have this car running. Alright guys, it is the next day, and as you can see I got the car all together. Got those belts installed, and I got pretty much everything installed. I forgot to record. I just wanted to get the car back together because it's been apart for a while. So now that I got it all together, I'm just making sure everything is connected. This goes to the plenum. This goes to the plenum. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I think I just need to fill it up with coolant now. That should be good. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm using these OEM tools air vac bleeder thing, so I have no air in my system. And as you can see, it's pulling the air. I got no, this checks for leaks basically too. If it holds at 24 for 20 to 30 seconds, you got no leaks, which is good. Holding. This thing coming in clutch, bro. Comes in this box. Here's exactly what it is. Air vac coolant refiller. Alright, but the next thing before I start it, I'm gonna replace this fuel valve since I'm already here. Looks like it's been replaced before, but I'm just gonna replace it anyways. So let me get to that. All you need to do is disconnect this, loosen this, and then there's another hose in the back that you squeeze. Alright guys, got the oil filter back in. About to start it. Looks like everything's good. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. But let's do it. Fuck it. It's the worst that could happen, a blown motor. Hopefully this oil gasket's not leaking. Looks like all the belts are spinning fine.